දසනකාන්තී චූර්ණය සහිත ලීවර් ආයුෂ් දන්තාලේපය දත්වල ඇති ප්‍රශ්න 10ක් වළකයි.
Yesterday, the Ministry of Defence granted permission to the request made by police to extend the detention order on Inter-University Students' Federation convener Wasantha Mudalige, Galvava Shri Dhammathera and Hashantha Gunatilaka for 90 days. The trio are currently being detained under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. The Terrorist Investigation Division, which is currently handling their investigations, detained them at a detention centre in Tangol. The Terrorism Investigation Division has informed that it will notify on granting permission to the IUSF convener Wasantha Mudalige and the two others who are detained for questioning to meet their closest relatives after inquiring their consent. The relatives of the suspects will get an opportunity to meet the suspects once a week from Monday to Friday from 9 am to 4 pm. Meanwhile, the Bar Association today called on the President and law enforcement authorities to refrain from using the PTA in this manner and to immediately rescind the detention orders issued. In a statement, the Bar Association said that the PTA is a draconian piece of legislation which gives wide powers to the executive to arrest and detain persons for a lengthy period of time. BSL says although it is said the detention orders are amenable to the fundamental rights and writ jurisdictions of the apex courts, they are not subject to regular judicial supervision unlike instances of arrests and detention under the general law. The association said that provisions of the PTA have time and again been abused as evidenced by many judgments of the apex courts in fundamental rights and writ applications and as observed by several members of parliament on the 22nd of March 2022 during the second reading debate on the bill seeking to amend the Prevention of Terrorism Act as reflected in the Hansard of that date. The BSL emphasized the provisions of the PTA must be resorted to only in very exceptional circumstances where there is manifest evidence indicative of a terrorist dimension that would make resort to use is justifiable. The BSL notes that the PTA is now being used despite assurances by the government of Sri Lanka that it was implementing a moratorium on the use of the PTA. In the meantime, the PTA was quizzed at the cabinet media briefing today.
අනිතක අධිකරණ අමාත්‍යතුමා සඳහන් කළ කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලයට මේ ත්‍රස්තවාදයේ වැළැක්වීමේ පනත 1979 ඉඳන් රටේ තියෙන පනතක්. මේ පනත ලිහිල් කොන්දේසි ඇති කළා ජාතික ආරක්ෂණ පනත යනුවෙන් වෙනස් කිරීම සඳහා අවශ්‍ය සංශෝධන සියල්ල ඇතුළත් නව පනතක් එතුමා සකස් කරගෙන යන බව දැනුම් දුන්නා.